Welcome to Daily Armor. Today I'm going to be in Psalms chapter 6. I want to look at all 10 verses, but I want to start with verse number 8 and 9 because that's kind of what grabbed my attention about this psalm. Todd and I are praying together about some different situations, and one in particular, it's, we're kind of like stepping out on faith with, there's what we can do, but we feel like the Lord is asking us to not go in our own strength. I don't feel like really maybe that Lord wants us to do anything without Him, that we're supposed to do everything with Him, not go forth in anything in our abilities, because my abilities are always going to fall short. I'm always going to come up short in strength and provisions and wisdom and negotiations and knowledge. I'm going to always come up short. And even when Todd and I are together and we're trying to do things unified and we put our two brains together, we're still going to come up short. And so as we are looking to the Lord to go to be there with us, we know that He is, and we're just talking to the Lord about some things that we one situation that we prayed about together last night, that we were joined in prayer about, and just looking to the Lord. And as I was thinking about different prayers and different people, I was thinking about Hannah when she prayed for a child, and I was thinking about Daniel when he prayed, and then the angel said that he had been hindered by the enemy to like the answer was immediately given, but there was a hindrance. There was some delay going on because the enemy was just giving them a hard time, and just different things. And as I was thinking about those prayers and was looking at scripture last night and then again this morning, I just was kind of intrigued by this Psalms chapter 6. Verse number 8 and 9 say, "Depart from me, all you workers of iniquity, for the Lord hath heard the voice of my weeping. The Lord hath heard my supplication. The Lord will receive my prayer." And this confidence, I don't know exactly what Todd and I prayed for, exactly how it'll be answered, but I know that we were heard, and I know that God's will is what we're asking for to be done. And it's all up to Him. It's all up to Him. So no matter what doubts or what fears or what circumstances might even get worse and worse, it's all, it's in the Lord's hands, and that's the only place that I can leave it and even have some sanity about me. My confidence is definitely not in the circumstances, because there are a lot of things that can go wrong, a lot of things that do go wrong, a lot of things that have went wrong. And then like I said, on our part, we're not arrived any kind of, supernatural whatever, but we totally relying on the Lord. And as I'm looking at this, and I want to start with verse number 1, I want to go back to the beginning. I want to look at David has a request of the Lord, and as I'm having a request of the Lord, it's reminding me, Lord, don't base my request on my mistakes, on my failures. Lord, I am guilty. When the enemy comes up against us, we are guilty of those charges that are against us, but I've been set free. My sins have been paid for. And not that I'm going to take it lightly. I do not take it lightly. That's why I love Him so, because I don't take what He did for me lightly. I'm fully aware of the disgusting things that He has saved me from, that He has paid the penalty for me for. I know specifically, so many atrocious things that brings me disgust. And if I dwell on it, then I'm just never gonna look up again. But I look to Him and I look up to Him. And let's just look at verse number 1. It says, "O Lord, rebuke me not in thine anger, neither chasten me in thy hot displeasure." So we're seeing here that there is a reason for rebuke. And that rebuke is being guilty, and needing, and it requires, this revealing, this conviction. This is, it's going to require judgment. It's going to require payment. It's going to require, proper obedient action, proper discipline. That's the word I was looking for. Proper discipline needs to be administered. But as this prayer is going out to the Lord, and it's not saying, Lord, I'm guilty, but I had no choice. Lord, I'm guilty, but I'm sorry I got caught. Lord, this is not that. This is not what this is saying. This is saying, rebuke me not in thine anger. It's, Lord, I know I'm guilty, but please don't punish me out of, I know I've upset you. I know I have displeased you. I know that I have made you mad. And Lord, I'm sorry. Please don't punish me out of anger. Please don't chasten me in the hot, out of a fury that I may have made you furious. And I've so displeased myself. But please, Lord, don't administer punishment, correction out of anger, out of the emotion of anger, out of the emotion of disgust. Have mercy. Verse number 2 says, have mercy upon me, O Lord, for I'm weak. Lord, I mess up. I'm weak. I can't handle it, Lord, for you to come on me in anger. I can't take it, Lord. I can't take the thinking about the hot displeasure, for the Lord to look at me in such displeasure. It breaks my heart, and I can't take it. And Lord, please have mercy. Please have mercy. I'm weak. I'm broken. And I need you, Lord. Asking for mercy, that's asking for his kindness, for his compassion. My children, my grandchildren, as I keep some of my grandchildren, I have to discipline. Even like the baby, I was telling Todd, it wasn't yesterday, but it was the day before, and he was trying to get into my oven. And in my oven door, I'm like, oh my goodness, I need a different oven because this doesn't have a lock on it. I need an oven door with a lock on it. And it wasn't on, but it could have been. It could have been hot, And he kept opening the oven, and he wasn't wanting to crawl in it. And I'm like, no. And he kept getting open, and he kept opening it. And I finally had to smack him on the leg. And then he was like, he just looked so shocked. And I'm like, this is not safe. You have to stay out of the oven. You can't get in. You can't open the oven door. It could be hot. It wasn't hot, but it could have been. And it just was like, it scared me to death. For to think that he would, because they do things so quickly. In that same day, I was washing dishes. He was behind me. He was in the kitchen with me. And I turn around, and he's done crawled up on one of the chairs trying to get on the kitchen counter. I mean, he's 1.5 years. I'm like, what are you doing? Get down. He is like scaring me to death. And I told Todd, I said, the grandkids, it's making me more anxious. Like I'm so more afraid of them getting hurt than it was even when all 4 of our kids were at home, and they were like into everything. I had 3 boys, and I've just got this one boy, and I'm like, oh my gosh, he's making me a nervous wreck, And I didn't discipline him out of anger. I disciplined him out of needing to teach him, no, we can't open the oven. We can't open the oven. We can't crawl into the oven. I mean, it just horrifies me to think if he opened that oven and it was warm and then him touch it and get burnt. I mean, I don't want him to get hurt. And so I popped his little leg, and he just looked at me very stunned, and then he thought it was funny, and then he opened it again, and I popped it a little bit harder. And I'm like, no, sir, we can't do that. We can't do that. And I was giving him mercy, but still administering the discipline that he needed. We had to correct it's about correcting the problem. The problem is that 1.5 year old don't need to be open in the oven. And I wish so bad my oven door had a lock on it. And I'm like, it doesn't. I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm like, it terrifies me to the point where I'm like, oh my goodness, do I need to go to Lowe's today and go buy me a new oven? Then make sure I find one with a lock on it, because I'm just, worried that he's going to get hurt. And God does that to us. He has to discipline us. And we know when we've been convicted and we realize that we deserve punishment, then we're like, but Lord, please have mercy in your administering of your discipline. Please be merciful, Lord, because it's going to hurt me and it's going to hurt my feelings, and I don't want to see that look of, there was a difference when I was looking at him, my grandson that was getting in the oven, when I popped his leg, and I had to be like firm and, I'm not smiling. I've got the mom face on. I'm using the mom voice. I just smacked. I mean, it didn't even leave a mark, but it did enough to get his attention, enough to correct the action. So I did it with kindness and compassion, because I don't want him to get hurt. And that's what's being asked here is, Lord, yes, I know I'm guilty, but Lord, please don't rebuke me in thine anger or thy hot displeasure, but have mercy upon me, O Lord, for I'm weak. O Lord, heal me, for my bones are vexed. I mean, this is the strength, the essence, the substance, our bones. That's talking about our strength. But then our strength is vexed. It's afflicted. It's faulty. It has been, it's trembling. It's alarmed. It's like, it's in shock. And we we feel it down to our bones. It makes me feel like, like you've heard that saying, oh, that cut me to the bone. That hurt, Lord, but that cut me to the bone. I mean, that wounded. I've been wounded. I've been vexed. My soul also is sore vexed. Verse number 3, my soul is also sore vexed. So it's hurt us to the bone. What we've done is hurt us to the bone. We want him. We know we have to be corrected. We've been convicted. Now we have to be corrected, but we're asking for mercy and kindness and compassion, even in the administering of the discipline. And it's hurt us to the bone. It's our soul. That's our inner person. That's inner self. I mean, it's like when you're like, oh, I'm disgusted with myself. I'm just disgusted with myself. But thou, O Lord, how long? Lord, Lord, I want you to fix it, Lord. I want you to discipline me. I want you to fix it. I want you to deal with me. Convicting us is not pretty. It's not pleasant. But that cleansing, Lord, needing to get my feet washed, and then you feel clean, and then you feel restored. Lord, I don't want it to take long. I want you to be able to look at me again with pleasure in your eyes, just like, with my grandson. And then I took him to the playroom, and we got down on the floor and played, and I got him distracted from trying to get in the oven. I ended up having to just let's go in the playroom and play cars. And so we went in there and did that. And then, he's hugging me, and we're having a good time. And that's what we're talking about. Like, Lord, I want to enjoy your presence again. I don't want this to take long. I don't want this to take long. And verse number 4, return, O Lord, deliver my soul. I remember whenever my youngest son was little and he would get in trouble, and I would be up, and the mom face would come on my face, the mom voice would come on in my voice, and he would hear that sternness. That's not what he was wanting to hear. He's 3 or 4 years old, and he's not wanting to hear it that way. He doesn't like it when mommy has to use the mom voice. He doesn't like it when mommy had to use the mean mom face, or that I would even turn away from him. That drove him crazy. And he would immediately come to me. I mean, he didn't let that happen for very long. He wouldn't let that happen for very long. And he would come to me immediately. He's like, Mommy. And I would be like, not right now, Bryant. I'm upset. And he would be, Mommy. And he would turn my face to him. He says, Mommy, you look at me. Mommy, you kiss me. And he wanted to have that restoration take place. And I'm like, I said, you have to be good. You can't be in that. You can't be doing that, or whatever it was that I was having to correct him for, whatever he'd done. And he's like, Mommy, you look at me, and Mommy, you kiss me. And he would always, Mommy, you kiss me. And that's what we have to be with the Lord. Lord, yeah, I've messed up. But Lord, forgive me. And have mercy on me in doing so. And Lord, I want you to look at me again. I want you to love on me again. I want to fix this. Bryant did. He could not stand it if he thought his mommy was upset with him. And I think he's still that way. He's 24 years old. Is that right? 24, 26, yeah, he's 24 years old. And I still feel like he's that way. I don't get to see him very much, but he's still, I don't know. There's still a little piece of him that feels that way. But we think about our returnal Lord. It's like, look at me, Lord. Kiss me, Lord. Love on me, Lord. Help me, Lord. Deliver me, Lord. Returnal Lord, deliver my soul. Equip me, mend that broken heart. Give me strength. Make me strong. My strength is not in me. It's in you. You're what makes me strong. He is my armor. He is my armor. Oh, save me. Rescue me. For thy mercy's sake. For your mercy's sake. Because he says in his word over and over again, his mercy endureth forever. His mercy endureth forever. Do you know what that means? That means every time we mess up, that we can be like Bryant was with me. Then we can come immediately and Lord, yes, I messed up, but Lord, look at me and let's get this restored. And Lord, kiss me. Lord, make me clean. Wash me. Keep me clean, Lord. The dirty parts, like the feet have to be washed and be made clean, and for his mercy's sake, because his mercy is true. His word is true, and his mercy endureth forever. Verse number 5, for in death there is no remembrance of thee, in the grave who shall give thee thanks? We're a living testimony. And then as a living testimony, we can share the goodness of the Lord, even the goodness in when he is rebuking us, when he is convicting us, and when he is correcting us. And we can share how he is so merciful, and he is so kind, and he is so gracious. And yes, we have to be disciplined, and yes, there's consequences, but in the midst of all that, he can still show such kindness and such goodness and such graciousness. Verse number 6, I am weary, I'm exhausted, I exhaust myself. I am faint, I can't take much more. With my groanings, with my grief, it's physically taxing. And I know you experience that, where it's just physically distressing. You are physically exhausted. All the night, make I my bed to swim. It's like, Lord, I've cried about this and cried about this, and the bed's wet. I have watered my couch with my tears. The chair I sit in is so it's like in the daytime I'm crying about it. In the nighttime I'm crying about it. This is tearing me up and wearing me out. Lord, I need you to help me. I need you to deliver me. And then this is for the enemy. When we have that realization that this is really the enemy talking here. This is really the enemy that's giving us a hard time. Whether it's flesh, whether it's the enemy out there, the enemy of the air, the enemy that's got us surrounded. And then we can say with confidence, verse number 8, depart from me, all you workers of iniquity. Get behind me. Flee. Get out of here. I'm not listening to this anymore. I'm not listening to this. My Lord loves me. He wants me to come. He wants me to ask. He wants me to be restored. And yes, it's going to hurt sometimes. And yes, it's hard to look at it sometimes. And yes, it's hard to admit the wrongs I've done. But I want him to look at me. And I want him to kiss me. And I want him to help me. And he's going to. Why? Because he said he would never leave me nor forsake me. Never. No matter what the enemy tells you, he's never going to leave you nor forsake you. You're not in this alone. You're not by yourself. Those things that he wants us to do, he wants us to ask him for help. He wants us to need him and want him. And it's a relationship that we have with him, and we are joined together through Christ, the Holy Spirit dwelling in us. We have God with us, and we have access to him, and he wants us to use that. He wants us to talk to him. He wants to hear our cries and our supplications and our prayers. And he's saying, I'm going to listen. I'm going to hear, because I said I would never leave you. I said my mercy endureth forever, and that my grace is sufficient. So depart from me, all you workers of iniquity, all you evildoers, all that enemy that's out there, the flesh that's giving me a hard time, myself that's giving me a hard time. For the Lord hath heard the voice of my weeping. The Lord's heard me. The Lord is coming. The Lord is on his way. The Lord hath heard my supplication. This is my request. And it's all up to him. And it's going to work out all according to his will. I don't know how. I don't know what he's got planned. But it's in the Lord's hand. The Lord hath heard my supplication. The Lord will receive my prayer. My prayers have meaning because of Jesus. Jesus paid the price so that I could have access to the Father. And he sent me the Comforter to comfort and guide and lead and direct and give me access to the Father, to this power that is beyond comprehension, to this strength that is beyond comprehension. It's not my strength. It's not my power. All of my stuff's weary and weak and limited and gives problems. But I'm looking to the one that has all the answers. Verse number 10, let all mine enemies be ashamed and sore vexed. Let them return and be ashamed suddenly. It's reminding us that it's not over. God's got the final say. He's the righteous judge. He's the one that gets to decide. And Jesus, he paid the penalty for my sins. And if you're saved, he's paid and even if you're not, he's already paid for it. You just have to accept it. Even if you're not saved, he's already paid for your sin, but you have to accept that. That's the way. He is the way, the truth, and the life. And I want to jump over to Psalms 37. I want to look at verse number 28, and then I want to look at verse number 13, and I want to kind of end on this note because it kind of helped me put some things into perspective. Verse number 28 in Psalms chapter 37 says, for the Lord loveth judgment, and forsaketh not his saints. So the Lord loves for things to be restored and clean and getting that, I want to look at you and I want to kiss on you and I want to love on you and we're doing this together and you got to keep your eyes on me. That's what he keeps telling me. Keep your eyes on me. Keep your eyes on me. And I constantly need a word to go on, and this is my word to go on. That the Lord loveth judgment and forsaketh not his saints. Now, I don't feel like I'm a saint, but I like that word his. I am his. I am his. And he forsaketh not his. And I am His. And He's not going to forsake me, and He's not going to forsake you. When you have put your faith and trust in Jesus, He's not going to forsake you. Now, things may not go like I want, or like you want, or like what we have in our imagination. It's completely different because His ways are different. His thoughts are different. We're not to lean on our own understanding, but in all thy ways acknowledge Him. Don't discount what He's bringing. And I'm not, the prayer I prayed last night was a prayer of, Lord, I'm acknowledging you, and I'm not discounting what you bring to this situation. Lord, this is what we can bring. And this is all we can, this is what we can do. But Lord, we're limited. But Lord, we're asking and we're acknowledging you, and we are admitting, Lord, that we want you. We want to see you in all this. And we want to share it with those near and those far. We want it to be a living testimony to share with others, to encourage others. For the Lord loveth judgment and forsaketh not His saints. They are preserved forever. Forever. Preserved. I am preserved. Am I even saying that word right? I'm preserved. I get so tongue-tied. Forever. But the seed of the wicked shall be cut off. Remember that let my enemies be ashamed and sore vexed. Let them return and be ashamed suddenly. Think about this. That enemy, the true enemy. But the seed of the wicked shall be cut off. The seed of the wicked shall be cut off. All this mess is temporary. The Lord's got a plan. And the seed of the wicked is going to be cut off. Now look at verse number 13. Psalms 37, verse number 13. The Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. God already sees how it's going to end. And He knows the enemy is awful. He knows the enemy has given us a fit. But my hope is in Jesus. I'm looking to my Father that's not going to forsake me, even when I mess up, even when I have to be, convicted, and I have to be, corrected. And I'm begging, Lord, be merciful, be kind, be gracious. And you said your mercy endureth forever. Your grace is sufficient. Even in all that, Lord, I have this expectation that you, because I belong to you, that you're going to be merciful. And it just, because I don't care who you are, and when you ask the Lord for something, you're like, Lord, I know I don't deserve this. I don't. But He wants me to ask for some things. He wants me to not, He wants me to do everything with Him, not separate. He wants me to have on my armor. And He's the armor. He's the armor. The armor of God is God Himself. It's His strength. It's His power. And do I go in perfection? No. But I'm covered by the blood. The righteousness of Christ has been imputed unto me. And the Lord knows how to preserve me and keep me and help me. And He said it's gonna be forever. I am preserved forever. And the enemy's not forever. It's going to be cut off. He's going to be cut off. And the Lord sees the end. And all my hope's in Jesus. And so whatever those things that you're going through, those prayers that you prayed, and you're like, Lord, have you heard? The enemy's trying to tell you the Lord's not hearing. The Lord's saying, oh no, you're preserved. You're preserved. You're not forsaken. You're mine. And we just have to wait on Him. And those that wait on the Lord, man, He's worth the wait. Thank you for joining me. I look forward to seeing you again soon.